Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So in this video I'm going to show you the FNO trades which I have taken during the month of October. Okay, so let's start. So these are the trades I have taken. I haven't taken any trades on index. I have taken only trades on stocks, and out of all the stocks I have taken FNO trades on three stocks which are Cipla, HCL Tech and IRCTC. And the total number of trades I have taken are 10, out of which I have booked loss in one trade, and the total profit of all these 10 trades I have booked is around 22k. And this is the distribution of my profit among all these three stocks. So in Cipla FNO trades I booked around 9.8k profit. In HCL Tech I booked around 5.1k profit, and in IRCTC I booked around 7.3k profit. So let's start seeing this chart and why I have taken all these positions in these stocks. Let's see. So let's start with Cipla. So this is the Zerodha terminal, and I have selected TradingView as chart in Zerodha. So let me open Cipla chart. Okay, let me make both volume and candle chart separate, so we can make it unmerged. Now I prefer 1 hour candle to analyze the chart. So let's go. So as you can see here, on the 4th of October I have two position in Cipla and I sold 900 put, okay, with premium 13.7. Now let's see the reason behind taking this trade. So as you can see here, in the month of September the Cipla stock was consolidating in this region. Let me change the color of my brush. So let me make it yellow. So as you can see, it was consolidating here, and around at 20 September we started seeing some movement in Cipla, and then we started seeing that it started making higher high and higher low kind of pattern. So for example, if I consider this is my first low and this is, so this high would be higher than this high, so this is my higher high, and then it made another higher low, then another higher high, then this was a definitely lower low, but as you can see, then it made another higher high at around at 29 September, and then it start again consolidating. So here actually my view on Cipla was very bullish, and I had a view that Cipla will go again, it will initially it will go slightly down and then again it will go up. So on 4th of October, I see there was a good, there was good fall in the Cipla. So I decided to sell one put in Cipla, keeping in mind that Cipla as a with a bullish view that Cipla will go slightly down and then it will again start going upward trajectory. So with that view, I sold a 900 put in Cipla. Now let me tell you the reason why I selected 900 as a strike price. So if you see the past data also, so here you can clearly see that so this is the reason where you can clearly see that around from 870 to 900, Cipla has a very strong support. So it has break this resistance with very good volume here, as you can see here, and then you can see whenever Cipla touch around at 870 90, it always goes up high, and this has happened already many times. So that's the reason why I sold 900 put of Cipla, where I was getting a good premium at the start of the month, and I felt that it is a safer trade even if the trade goes against me, because I had a backup plan in my mind. If my trade has become in the money before expiry or during expiry, I would have taken indirect delivery by buying a future of Cipla, and then taking care the trade in the next month. So with that conviction, I sold 900 put in Cipla. But as you can see here, I was wrong, and Cipla in the subsequent day, Cipla keep falling, and in the month of, I mean, in on 5th of October, let me again let me select the brush. In the month, on 5th of October, as you can see, there was Cipla made another very big red candle with very good volume, and this big red candle changed my view. So now my view got changed from bullish to bearish for Cipla, and I started selling multiple calls for Cipla. And you can see here also, as the day passes, Cipla keep making big and big red candles. So all these big red candles are basically will act as a immediate resistance. So all because of this too many overhead resistance for Cipla, I had a very strong view that it would require a very good volume to break all this overhead resistance. So I started selling multiple calls around at this strike price. Okay, around at one. So I sold. I believe I sold call around at 1,990 and 1,010 also, and in all those sold call, I have booked profit in almost more than 50% of profit I have booked. So so those were the reason why I sold multiple calls, because of this big red candles. And now, as I predicted earlier also, that the reason behind selling 900 put, and you can see here that once supply started come around at this position, it started getting consolidated. So because of this consolidation, and as the time passes in the month of October, the time decay start playing the factor, and whatever the loss I was seeing in my 900 put, it's start keeping coming down because of the time decay. So the premium was getting down, and around on 22nd of October, I decided to book very minimal loss in that position, and move to another put position of basically 850. I sold 850 put, I think, on 20th October or 22 October, with an assumption that Cipla will not go further down. And also I decided to book loss in 900 put, because I thought that it's better to book loss instead of instead of waiting till expiry. If anything, let's say if there was another big red candle, and if this support will break, then that position could have gone in loss, and I would have to take indirect delivery. So I decided, if I have to take indirect delivery, I will take in further lower price, which I have so for that reason I sold another put, which is at 850, and I booked very minimal loss at 900. So you can see here that around on 22nd October, I booked only loss of 1600. And as you can see here, I sold 1010 call, 1020 call, 990 call, and in all those call I have booked good profit. Okay, and then as I said, that I sold another put also with at very lower strike price, that is on 21st October. So the reason behind was that Cipla was already consolidating at 900, and I had a view that only 6 to 7 days are left for expiry. So I was pretty confident that this will expire as out of the money, and I got on on 25th of October, I decided to book profit in this position also. So that's all about the Cipla. In the same manner, in I took a position in HCL Tech also. I sold two put in HCL Tech and one call in HCL Tech. Now if you see the chart of HCL Tech, the chart is similar to Cipla also. HCL Tech was falling with big red candles. So it was creating so many it was creating so many overhead resistance, as you can see here I'm highlighting. So which has given me a pretty good confidence that I can sold call, as well as uh, I can sold call very easily. So as you can see here, I sold call of 1400, and this is a high which HCL Tech has made around 1370, and you can see the call which I have sold at 1400, and that is to on 20th October. So the timing is also important. As you can see, only 1 week is left for expiry, and I'm getting a good premium. Okay, it's a good risk and reward, and because of this too many overhead resistance, I was pretty sure that at least my call position is not going to be in loss. Now whenever I sell put, I always have one thing in mind. Even if my position will get in the money, I will be able to buy the future of a stock at very cheap price, because the stock has already fallen too much, and there is a chance that it will pick up some momentum after this after this level of fall. So you can almost see here that the HCL Tech, it has been falling continuously from around from 24th September, so which has given me a very strong conviction. Okay, so around the 20th September, so it has fall already significantly. If I have to show you, so the fall which we are talking about here is I'm Give me 1 second. Let me see how I can check. There's a scale. Yeah. The fall which we are talking about here is almost 13%. So with this level of fall, after this much fall, I mean, and very less number of days were left for the expiry, and there was a good amount of premium I was getting with the put, where I could have taken easily indirect delivery also. So you can see the put which I have sold, it is around at 1050, and it is around at 1100. Now if you see here, um, the support I'm talking about, so you can clearly see here around at 1050, from there is a very good support at 1050 to 1065, and I sold another put also 1100, for getting some more premium, because I had a very strong conviction, because that it will not come at this price. So I sold another put also of SL Tech at 1100 on 28th October. Now if you see the profit which I am able to book in the put, it took only on the same day itself I was able to book almost 50% of profit in my put position for HCL Tech. For the call, I had to wait for 1 day only, and I was able to book 50% profit in both the call, in the call, and as well as in the put position. Okay, so with that, I was able to book, good profit in HCL Tech also. Now the last trade I have taken, that is on IRCTC. Now here the strategy which I used. So IRCTC, after hitting its high of 6,000, it started falling drastically. So there was some regulatory news was also there. So that was also playing some role. Okay, so here you can see it made 6,000 high. So now as you can see, it's not showing 6,000. The reason being the IRCTC share has been split. So one share has been splitted into five. So because of that, it is showing lower price, but it has hit high more than 6,000, and then it on started falling. So on 19 October, you can see, I mean, there was some regulatory news, and afterwards we see a profit booking in IRCTC, and the IRCTC hit lower circuit and fall almost 17%, and followed by days it keeps falling. Okay, so on 25th of October, there was some news. Uh, there was I'm not sure whether there was some news or something else, but again IRCTC hit lower circuit, and when it hit lower circuit, I decided to sell ISCTC 3000 call. Please note, I mean, around at this point also the ISCTC share was not splitted. So that's why, you can see here the difference between these two positions, that I sold 3000 put and 500 put, and there is a, the lot size is also different. So around at this point still, the share was not split, so I sold put around at 3000 strike price, and I had 3000 was a strike price which I had in mind, that I could have taken indirect delivery easily in ICTC, because that price looks very good, and considering the fact that ICTC has monopoly business, so in future definitely ICTC is going to perform better. So with all those things, keeping all those things in mind, I sold 3000 put for ICTC when ICTC hit lower circuit on 25th October. And as you can see, after hitting lower circuit, it indeed it goes, it started consolidating, and because of this high volatility when it hit lower circuit, I got a very good premium, and I was able to sold at 8.55. And as stock was consolidating, as you can see, and in the next day on 26th of October, we see that ICTC, we see green candle almost, ICTC run for almost 7.8%. So because of that, the put premium goes also down, and I was able to book a very good profit, in this position within a 1 day. So the premium goes down from 8.55 to 2.8, and I was able to book profit for this position in a 1 day. Now in the next position which I sold on 29th of October for a month of November, so I sold. So as you can see on 29th October, so there was one news in IRCTC that it was something related to the revenue, the profit sharing between government and IRCTC, and there was a news that government will take 50% of profit as a commission, which IRCTC, from IRCTC profit, and because of that the IRCTC stocks fall, fall almost 25%. So this news was come on, I believe on 28 October, and we see the impact, its impact on 29th October. And on the same day itself, the news came up again that IRCTC will, sorry, the government will not take that 50% commission. And after that news, the stock, whatever the value it has loosened on that, in the start of 1 hour trading, it regain all those loss within the same, within the next hour. So when IRCTC hit here the lower circuit, around 25%, I was fortunate to sell another put around at 500 put I was able to sell. So at this point of on 29th October, at this point of time, the IRCTC share was already split into five. So the price has already, come down. So I was able to sell 500 put position when ICTC, I believe, hit lower around some 670 or 680, and afterwards the ICTC, gain, momentum, and it run almost 25%. And I think this trade I took only 5 or 10 minutes, to book this profit. I would have booked double the profit also, but I had some rules. So based on my risk and reward, I booked. I don't prefer to, sometime being greedy is also not good. So when I saw that, it reaching to my reward, I booked the profit. And yeah, so all this, I took all this position, and I was able to book the profit. And this is the distribution. Let me show you in my terminal also. Let me select future and option, and yeah, so this is the profit I booked. So here you can see the profit is more what, profit is more what I have shown here, which is 22,000. The reason being, there were some positions which I have, which I have taken in the month of September, and the profit which I have booked in the month of October. So positions like escrow position, like IEX. So because of that, you are seeing more profit here, but I haven't considered those position here. I only have considered the position which I have taken in the month of October only. So yeah, so as you can see, this is a profit I have booked. Okay, thank you.